Good morning, everyone. My name is Louise Golden from Clarity Crafts here in the UK. Welcome to Groovi Tuesday. Hope everybody's well. I'm just going to have a little ramble as I normally do until all of our lovely friends come and join us in the room. So come on in. I've got myself a nice cup of tea. Hope everybody else has as well. I'm just waiting for the all clear for the sound. The lovely Jane's going to be in the room with you today. So if you have any questions, she'll be there to help. And if she needs to filter any information through to me, she will. I'm just going to clean my glasses because I can't see. Sometimes you think, oh, I can't, there's a few smears and it's distracting me. Here we go, that's better. Yes, that's a lot better. I can see. So good morning. So some of our lovely friends are coming into the room now. So hello, everyone. We've got a couple more weeks left on this project that we've been doing. I think this may be the fourth week, I think, maybe. I think we've probably got today and tomorrow tomorrow, next Tuesday, to finish it off. I think we could probably get most of the embossing part done, although we could go off on a tangent and try different little ways of embossing. I haven't prepared anything. I just thought we'd just wing it. Just see what kind of different kind of embossing we can do on the same design. And I've also done a little template to show a few little differences as well. Lovely. So Jane says the sound is all good. Thank you, Jane. So it's been an eventful week so far. Last week we had our autumn sale, which went really, really well. We're working really hard to get all of the orders out, so please be patient. There's a lot of orders. I've been downstairs picking as well to help out. So it's a lot of fun. I get to see what everybody's been buying. As a crafty, you sometimes think, well, what have other people been buying? And the problem is when I start picking, I think, oh, I haven't got that. Oh, I haven't got that. I need that. So it can be dangerous. But I've bought a few things so far. So yeah. Okay, so hope everybody's well and you had a lovely weekend. I had a really lovely day yesterday. Barbara and was in the shack in the morning, and then Barbara and Paul were on 2 p.m. yesterday, and the foiling kit went really well. Linda Williams Christmas Treasures foiling kit. So that went really well. So that's good. It's really, really lovely. Foiling is such an elegant craft, I think, to see all of to put it through the laminator. But it's really, really nice. So I think, and also the Christmas treasures, could be used. I would use those not just for foiling, but you could use those sometimes you put your parchment over the top. You could use it as a traditional pattern as well. So they're all different sizes to the Groovi plate. So if you were in our colouring course and you can colour on the front, they would be really, really good to try some of your traditional techniques if you wanted to go down that route as well. We're just going to keep on with our lovely Groovi. Just keep on doing the embossing, try different things. You don't have to do the same as me. If you found another way to emboss in the pattern that I've showed you, then you're more than welcome to go off on your own little journey, your own little bus journey, and do something else entirely. I was just going to figure out another way. I was going to show you another way that you could use the pattern that I showed you last week. I ran out of time. I was trying to do it beforehand, and I looked at the time. I was like, oh no. Okay, so let's get cracking. So let me show you the project we've been doing. So anybody that's new to this episode hasn't seen us before, this is the project that we've been tackling. So far, so this is this is the end stop. So if I move that out of the way, so this is upside down. This is what we've been doing. So we've done the colouring, the line art, the colouring. So that's been done in previous episodes, and we tackled the border last week. So now we're going to tackle some embossing inside the lovely pattern. So I've also created a template. So if you're a little bit nervous about going straight in, we created a white line, didn't we, the first week, which I've mostly rubbed out, to be fair. There's a little bit, you can see a little bit here, actually. I haven't rubbed that bit out. Or did I rub it out? I just did it very, very lightly. But yeah, so we've done this border, but I have created, if I come a little bit close, let me move that out of the way. We come in a little bit closer. So this is the pattern that we used. Bring it up against this one here. There we go. So this is the pattern that we used. No, it's not. This is the pattern that we used. Here we go, that one. However, you can also create this pattern, which is the semicircles are just separated a little bit more. There's a wider gap in between. So you could either cut around the semicircle. Let me just use this bit so you can see better. You could go around the semicircle, go in right to this point here. Let me bring it a bit closer. You can really see what I mean. There we go. So yeah, so with this one, you would cut around here, and you could bring it all the way into this point here, cut it out here around there. So it's a different way of cutting, and also you could do all sorts of different embossing inside. But I'll tell you what, I can, if it's easier, I'll use a pen to show you what I mean. I was about to say the pen doesn't work, it doesn't like me. Doesn't matter, because we'll cut this out anyway. So you would go around there, you would cut all of that out. So that's another way of, I mean, even if I cut this little bit out to show you, you wouldn't see the black line anyway. But I just wanted to show you, if it was hard for you to see, I just wanted to show you that's a different way. Also, another way I was perforating just before we started, if I come in with my picot foam, where's the semicircle for this semicircle? Yeah, so I was just about to plan before I got carried away. So I just wanted to show you a different way. So I would perforate, you could perforate along outside, but I'm just going to show you what I'm, sorry, let me move that out of the way for me. Because I know I'm going off on a tangent. I just wanted to show you different ways in which you can create a border with the same tools. And this is just 3 different ways. There are obviously loads of other ways as well. Just gonna have a sip of my tea, because my throat's a little bit croaky this morning. I hope you can hear me gulp there. Okay, so let me just show you what I mean. Oh, thank you. I thought it was a nice Halloween colour, the purple. I do love my my Halloween. I absolutely love Halloween and Christmas. I just love living season by season. I just think it's really special. Okay, so what I'm doing here is I've used a semicircle either side. So instead of just the one side with the semicircle, and you could, if you wanted to, I'm going to do that there. I'll leave a little bit of I don't need to leave that big a gap, but you could leave a smaller gap. So let me show you that way. So you could leave a bigger gap in between, or you could use it, oh, hold on, smaller gap. Let me just show you what I mean. So semicircle either side. So that's a different way as well. Oh, Jane's got some Halloween leggings on today. Where'd you get your Halloween leggings from, Jane? I'm jealous. I have a couple of hoodies that are like cozy autumn hoodies, and I think is it Stars Hollow? I think it says on the back or something. So that's really nice. It was very comfortable as well. There we go. So you could use a semicircle on either side. So that's another way of doing it. I mean, also you could have it that way as well. That would look quite nice. They look like little eggs. They look like little eggs that way. You could kind of like emboss. Like I know. Tell me if I'm boring you, but I just wanted to go through. It does. It looks like an egg. I just want to emboss it because it looks like an egg. You could kind of, you know, when you kind of like have those eggs that go like this. Maybe not completely like that, but you know, when they've got little segments in the egg for Easter. Can emboss it then. Just emboss it a little bit, just to show you. It's like a little cross as well then. It's not very well embossed, but I just wanted to show you quickly. Oh, I'm glad that some of you were doing Halloween decorations. I think it's so fun. It's only a bit of fun, isn't it? There we go. So you could do a cross, but you could do other things as well. I was getting carried away. But yeah, so those are 3 different ways. Oh, Christmas leggings. Oh, it's got to be done, hasn't it? There we go. So, yeah, so that's another way. So you could do the semicircle on either side if you wanted to. And there's always different ways of embossing. Let me show you. Do you know what I can't as well? I can't get away from the fact that there's like little eyes, a nose and a mouth. It looks like a face now, or a pumpkin. Look, it looks like a pumpkin. Looks like a very weird pumpkin, but still. You think it looks like a pumpkin? It's a little pumpkin. Okay, right, I'm being serious now. Sorry. Okay, so could do a little dot in the center. You could also do some lines out from the center. Do some little dots either side there. One in the center either side. So that's a little fun way that you could emboss that. But yeah, so apart from that, there's just like lots of different ways. So say this is the one that we're going to be doing. This one's obviously further away, but so you can do your. You just got to be careful when you use the number 1 very close to the dots. It does, doesn't it? It looks like an evil jack-o'-lantern. Why have I done an evil one? He's got a little smile. It looks like he's happy about something naughty. Little monkey. Okay, so we could do that. Do a little circle in the middle there. So you could either do like a little diamond. What's that look like? No, I don't like that. But yeah, so there's, do the dots inside there, or you could do the dots there. So it's like that. And then obviously if this is the inside of your artwork, you can, oh, wrong side, you can emboss inside as well, like what we're going to do on the actual artwork. And it kind of just makes the pattern appear larger, but it's really just about having a play, you know, putting dots in different ways. You know, if I go like this, you can say, for example, you wanted to put little archways. Oh, hold on, let me come down a bit. Just little archways in there, like so. So that's another way. And then obviously they look a bit like semicircles, so you could always infill those in. Just make sure you don't press too hard, because what's going to happen after a while is, because there's going to be so much embossing, it's going to stretch the parchment quite a bit. Okay, so you've got that. You can do a little dot inside there. That's obviously going to be cut out. Is it just me, or does this look like an ice cream cone in here? Just a few little dots there. Okay, so there's lots of, just have a little play, but those are really the main ways you could go. You could separate it a little bit more, or have the pattern a little bit closer, or you could do the semicircle on either side. So lots of different things to do. So let me bring back our main artwork now. I'll come out a little bit for now. There we go. Okay, so actually I want to go onto the soft side of the mat. I'm going to turn our work backs on back. Okay, so where did I had my little pattern that I tried earlier. So from this artwork. So what I thought I'd do first is I would start off by outlining the semicircles, and I'll do that all the way around, and then we'll go on to, I think that's the easiest way to do it, is just do the same thing all the way around and then come back to the beginning and put your dots where you want to. Okay, So let's just get started. We're only 20 minutes in, but it's okay. We're having fun. Well, I am. So I actually was texting Jane this morning, and she let me know it was World Chocolate Day today. I was very pleased about that. Jane, not so much, bless her, because you've given up. What was it that you've given up, Jane, for October? Alcohol, chocolate, and sweets, wasn't it? You have a lot more willpower than I do. And there was also another national day today, and I can't remember what it was. I think it was, I can't remember the wording of what it was. I think it was like something like first responders appreciation national day, something like that, I think. But yeah, I have a lot of respect for you, Jane. I wouldn't be able to give up chocolate. I would be able to give up alcohol because I don't actually drink a lot of alcohol. I might have a glass of Prosecco when I go and see my dad or something. But no, usually I'm not really never really been a big drinker. I didn't like the way it made me feel when I like to know what I'm doing, and although I must admit, short term, it kind of helps my pain, but yeah, long term, it doesn't really help with the fibromyalgia. So. You know what? Life is so much better when you have animals around you, and I've really enjoyed having the kittens. You know, they just make you smile and laugh. You know, I had obviously Luna when we got the kittens. My brother, well, we share the kittens. They're not his or mine; they're ours. But Shadow kind of likes men. She likes men. She likes Matthew. She spends a lot of time. Although when she wants to go to sleep and at night time, she'll come and lay on my bed. But Luna, she's all over me during the day, but during the night she likes to be by herself. But during the day, if she could, she'd literally have permanent residence on my shoulder, in my arms, or on my head. Right, the only thing I've got to stop her doing is she'll run at me, and she'll jump onto my shoulders from a running leap, and yeah, it's yeah, if you're not expecting it, it's a little bit of a shock. And yeah, I've been trying to get her to stop doing it, but I mean, it is funny, but it's she sits up there like she looks like a parrot. She'll just sit on my shoulder, or in my arms. Just likes to be as close to me as possible. It's been fun. They are hilarious and they make me laugh. They make me very happy as well. And I love the purring. The purring, I've missed the purring so much. Oh, hi, Joe. So Joe's written, new to Groovi, dabbled with parchment craft a few times in the past, not very successfully. Been getting into the groove the last 2 weeks, and what a game changer. Oh, I'm so glad you're enjoying it, Joe. I think it's such a relaxing craft. You know, nobody's great at parchment straight away, you know, and I've been doing it 10 years. But it's such a rewarding craft, and it is about the, you know, the process and just sitting down and enjoying it. And Groovi just makes life so much easier, because, you know, the hardest part is made easy by creating the line art with the Groovi plate, and then that leaves you up to doing what you want to do with everything else, you know, the colouring and the perforating and stuff. But if you are absolutely new and, you know, in the future you wanted to take it further, then we do have Groovi courses on our website, the Clarity Crafts website, that focuses on, we have a foundation one now, we have white work, we have colour, and soon we're going to be doing our perforating and picot cutting course, and that actually starts next Wednesday. Can't believe how quickly the time goes. It's gone so quickly. So the best mat to use for perforating, we have a pico foam mat, which is used for shallow perforating, and then we have a super foam. So if I bring this out a little bit, there we go. I'll show you. This is our pico foam. So it's quite thin. And then we have a super foam, which is a lot thicker, about 1 centimetre thick. So I usually shallow perforate with my pico foam on the hard side of my mat, and then when I want to, then I'd emboss it as usual, and then I'd come in with my super foam when I want to perforate it further. Let me bring us back in again. But yeah, so those are the best mats really to use, and if you have a light wave, then you might want to use the white super foam over your light wave. So yeah, that's the best mat to use for that. But yeah, less than a month to go now until our open days. That's not too far. It goes very, very quickly. Can't believe how quickly it goes. But they're going to be fun. Get us all into the Christmas vibe. I'm very excited. Jane, are you going to be wearing some Christmas leggings to the open day? That would be cool. Okay, so at the moment, I've done the white line, which is here. Okay, so we've done that little bit there. So what I'm going to tackle now is, where am I going? Where's number 2? So, oh, I don't want that hair. There we go. So, this is what we're going to do next. Okay. Oh, thank you, Tina. I thought it was like a Halloween purple. Getting into the Halloween vibe. I was thinking of getting a Posca pen and putting like a spider's web on them or something. Oh, you have a Christmas top for each day, Jane. Oh, nice. Oh, I love Christmas. Okay, so I'm just putting, if I go in with the, I'm going a bit further. Here we go. So I'm just putting I'm going over the hole as well, sort of, but I'm being careful not to obviously tear. I'm just rubbing slightly over it in a round circle. Okay, so this is what we're going to do to all of these. It looks like we've got a nose and a mouth now. Look. Didn't do that on purpose, you know, it's just so let's just do that all the way around. Just be very careful. You can go over the hole slightly and it looks like it will disappear, but when we perforate on top again, you know, it will look, because obviously from the front now it looks very squashed, but obviously we will reperforate, so then it won't look so bad. Let me go up the top here. Yeah, Emmy is horrible as well, Laura. I'm so sorry you have that. My friend had that at school. She was at secondary school and she was never at school, bless her. It was lovely when I got to see her occasionally. I used to go on sleepovers and see her a lot, but yeah, it was very, very rare that she would come to school. There we go. So I've done the dot over the hole on that side. Now we're going to tackle this side. There we go. So it's quite a nice pattern when you finish. But I would definitely recommend doing a template of any patterns that you know, say you wanted to just experiment with a pattern of your tool work. You can just create lots of lines like I have there on the template sheet. Just create lots of lines of your tool work and just try different ways of embossing. You'll be surprised at how much you can create from just the one pattern as well. Okay, so next line. So yeah, so I'm just going round. I was just looking at these two corners and I was thinking, why have I put a semicircle in two of the corners? I don't work with the rest of the border. And then I realised last week I was talking, obviously, as normal, concentrating on chatting and not on what tool I had in my hand. So I went to put the tool in and it was a semicircle and not a butterfly tool. So then I decided to incorporate it into the pattern. So if you do get onto your main bit of artwork and you accidentally make a mistake, then see if you can try and cover it up, because when somebody sees your artwork, for example, when somebody sees this card, bring it out, sorry. They might not see the mistake that you've made because there's so much of the there's quite a lot of the pattern, so you don't pay attention to one little mistake here or there. It's like with grid work. In grid work, you can kind of, if you've done loads of grid work and you've made a mistake 3/4 of the way through, just keep going with it, because just ignore the mistake and keep on and go back to the original pattern, because a lot of the time when you've done loads of grid work, nobody's going to notice one mistake in the corner because there's so much grid work to look at. You know, not unless they're really scrutinizing your work. And then I would just say it's one of a kind. Somebody pointed out that I'd made a mistake on a card that I gave them. I go, well, you're welcome. It's an original, isn't it? Enjoy. There we go. So that is my dot. I have added my dot. So it's all coming together. We've got our little noses and our mouths. Okay, so now we've done that dot, I'm going to see on this pattern. So we've done this dot here. Yeah, the dot in between. So either side of that, I've actually put another dot. So every other one. So I'll show you what I mean. So actually, yeah. So yeah, I was just having a think then. My brain. The brain is not working. There we go. Where did I just put that dot? Oh yeah, I just put that dot there. So either side of the squashed one that you've just done, we're just going to put a little dot all the way along there. You could do a small dot or a large dot, it doesn't really matter. Okay. It's very, very relaxing. I find Groovi very, very relaxing. So, thank you, Nahid. I think it's yeah, it's nice. I mean, the pergoliners are actually very, very vibrant colours. This is on the back, so it looks very, very vibrant. On the front, it looks a bit more muted. But we've created this by shading, just kind of blending slightly the two greens. Doesn't it look? I think that I did that little one on the front just to show you, but doesn't it look so lovely when you put colour on, add a little bit of a touch of colour on the front as well with the pergoliners? It kind of brings it to life a little bit. But thank you, and I'm glad you like the border. It's it'd be lovely to see if anybody's crafting along, to see if you're sticking with the pattern that I'm doing, or are you going to try a pattern of your own? I'd be really interested to see and to know how many of you are following along. It's a nice composition. I took the composition from an inspiration of Frances Knott's card that she did. Obviously, it was coloured on the front and everything, but the design of it was the primula without the flower pot, and then the two bows connecting it. And I thought that was so pretty. And obviously, I've put different things inside, and I've done a tall border. Hold on, where have I gone? Where am I? Where am I? See, it's all that talking again. Okay. There we go. So just continue with that. But yeah, it's these are lovely plates as well. There was 4 of them, wasn't there? There was Linda's floral gifts. So yeah, and I hope it kind of doesn't look as daunting. Now you kind of see how it's kind of broken down a little bit. Because I know it can be very, very daunting when you see something straight away and you think, oh my gosh. Because I've done that before. I've looked at something and I've gone, oh, I can't do that. And then I've kind of broken it down into layers and thought, oh, actually, it's not as bad as what I thought. It's all a learning curve, isn't it? So just continuing with the dots all the way down. Okay, just working. So I've just got one more row to do after this one. There we go. So last row of these dots. Yeah, really good. It's quite chilly now, isn't it? It's definitely a few degrees cooler. It's quite chilly this morning. Not as chilly as it was the day before, though. It was very, very cold yesterday. Definitely autumnal weather. We've definitely got that. Hot chocolate weather. They do a nice hot chocolate from Greg's, a caramel hot chocolate. You can tell I have a sweet tooth. The thing is, it's National Chocolate Day. Be rude not to have a hot chocolate. Or any kind of chocolate. Sorry, Jane. I'll stop talking about chocolate now. At least you'll be able to have chocolate at the open day, Jane. Okay, so those are the dots. Okay, so I'm just going to have a look at the border. Okay, so I've done these dots here. So we're working along this line at the moment. And I think on this border as well, I've put little dots in these little bits here. So I'm going to do that now. It's getting there. It's getting there. Okay, so little dots here. Shall I show you the front? Where are we at the moment? So we're putting little dots on here now. Sometimes you can see it better at the front than Oh my gosh, Jane, could you? Oh my gosh, I definitely wouldn't have that amount of willpower. Maybe just have the chocolate. Oh, is it quite windy where you are, Lillian? Is it like the it's nice to see. On Sunday we went to a really lovely village. I can't remember the name of it. But oh my gosh, it was like a Victorian village. You know, it had a little post office, it had a pub, and it had a pond with loads of geese and ducks on it. And the cottages were so so beautiful. They were like proper country cottages. And opposite the pub, there was a house called Rose Cottage. And I thought, oh gosh, wouldn't you just love to live there? I mean, not because I want to be opposite a pub, but because the village was so beautiful. And I thought, oh, Rose Cottage, isn't that the cottage that's in The Holiday? There's a film with Rose Cottage in, and I don't know whether it's The Holiday or another film I'm thinking of. I may be thinking of Road to Avonlea, actually. I think that was the house in that programme was Rose Cottage. Are those dots on a hole? What, the outside dots? Sorry, let me come in closer for you. So the outside dots that I'm doing are in between. Let me come in. Let me see which one I haven't done. So they're literally here. So just, we're not doing it on a hole this time. We're doing it inside, almost like inside these 4 dots here. That sounds nice, Lynn. Make a pudding with kefir, yogurt, chia seeds. Wow, it's a lot of really good stuff in there for you. But yeah, it's a really, really lovely village. We had a nice Sunday roast in the pub. It was a really lovely country pub as well. And it was really good because they accept dogs in the pub. So my dad's dog Rolly could come in as well. He's a little dachshund, sausage dog, very cute. So I'm very, very lucky in terms of animals. We have our lovely rabbits and guinea pigs, have cats, and then when I go and see my dad, I have a dog. So I love animals. I always grew up with animals, so it felt strange to not have any when I lived in Bromley. But now we have our lovely animals, and they make you happy. I need to buy the cats a few more toys actually, because it's so funny that one of the Luna, she had she got the mouse that was attached to the string, which is attached to a stick. So she's running off with the mouse that's attached to the stick, and then Shadow's chasing her because she's chasing the stick. It was really funny. All you just see is these cats chasing each other. Oh, is it Rose Hill Cottage? Okay. In the holiday. I know it was Rose something. Okay, Jill. Yeah, so the Star Point, that's a lovely tool as well. You can do different things with that. And yes. I love the holiday. Definitely a must watch film for Christmas. You never know whether it's true or anything because it's on Facebook sometimes, but I heard that they might be making a second one, a second holiday film. I mean, that would be awesome if they were. That would be really good. I'd like that. Oh, you found the gap. But yeah, the Star Point's a really lovely tool. You can do some amazing things with Star Point. So many exciting things. So let me go down. Cats are really, really lovely. That's so lovely to foster one, though. That would be great. But there we go. So how far have we got? I think this is my last row for that. Yeah. Oh, no. Have I done it? No, I haven't. Yes, I have. Have I? Have I gone around it so quickly? Hold on, let me just double check. Yeah. Yeah, done that. Gosh, that went quick. Okay. So we've done that part. So now I'm going to go back onto the back. I'm just going to put a little dot in the corners because that kind of finishes that part off, because that's going to be cut out around those points, but I'm just going to do those in the corners. Okay. Okay, so that's those bits done. So the next bit, let me have a look at this a bit closer. Okay, so that. So I've got the dot is going to be here. I think I've put a dot in there as well. Have a look. Okay, so my dot on my artwork. Oh, hello, can't see that. Sorry. There we go. So I've put my dot where it's going in. So you've got the dot there. So then my next dot would be here. Okay. So then next one, my dot would be there. I'm going to continue that all the way down. Oh, because I'm close up, I can only do a few before I go all the way down. Okay, and that one. And that one. Cool, it's a bit windy out there. I can hear that. Okay, so on the front it looks a little bit like that now. Okay, so I'm going to continue that all the way around. Oh, hear it. So we're getting there. Yeah, it's quite windy out there. Okay, so that one. I'm just putting the last. Nearly there. I think probably one more week I've got here. I'd say. I mean, we've still got to finish this border. I've got to finish this border next week. We'll see how we go. We might have next week and the following week. I don't know, because no, we should be able to. I've got to still do this little bit here. And then we've probably just got to finish off this border, because a few more things to do on the border. Oh, and then we've got this little bit here to do as well. And then this little bit here. So we'll see how we go. I'm just going to finish to the end of this row. And I think I'll finish and start again next week, because the time has gone so quickly, as it always does. There we go. So let me come out a little bit. Okay, so this is how far we've got so far. So it comes together quite quickly when you start getting there. We've got a few more little bits to do on the border, like the little semicircles inside, and then I think we've done all of the dots, and then just the corners. We've got this little bit to do as well, and then we've got this little bit here. So maybe next week and the following week we can do a little bit of tool work and see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Okay, let me come out a little bit. So yeah, so that's how far we are at the moment. It's coming together. Yeah, I think it's getting there. It's getting there. Can't believe where the time's gone. Okay, so as always, thank you very much, Jane, for helping me in the room today and passing through some information and bits and pieces. Hope everybody's enjoyed that. I know it's when you're doing tool work, you have to concentrate a lot, and it's yeah. Hopefully, everybody has. Sometimes, if you do struggle, sometimes a magnifying glass helps. I have one at home, and it's kind of on a stand, and it loops over, and I do a lot of my tool work through there when I'm at home. Can't really do that when you're at work, you know. With a camera, it's not going to work. But yeah, if I was at home, I'd be using a magnifying glass, and it makes life so much easier for your eyes. But yeah, so thank you everybody for joining us on this little card. Got a few more weeks, I think, maybe 1 or 2 weeks, not sure yet. We'll see how we go next week, and then we will tackle something else, which would be fun. So yeah, so today me and Paul are back at 2 p.m. We're going to be showing you Linda's seasonal children, Groovi, and also the bijou little stamps will be on the page as well for you to have a look at. But they are really, really lovely. The Linda Williams children, they are so gorgeous. I love them so much. So we're going to show you the lovely artwork from the design team as well. So get ready to get your inspiration from all of the lovely design team. They always do amazing artwork. It's amazing. So yeah, so thank you very much for joining Groovi Tuesday, and I will see you at 2 p.m. with Paul. I hope everybody has a lovely rest of their day. And thank you very much, Jane, for your help. And I will see you later. Take care, everyone.